mọ́tò ìlara tó ní kẹ́míkà wà níbẹ̀.
So now got the top where the waiting. Oh, don't let them push you into the fire head, though. Physical one. See the Baba. My hand was bucket.
You guys already won. Look at that. It's your friend already. You almost fell down.
Wọ́n ti ń kúlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. Àkíní ẹ̀ pọ̀.
Akinyemi in Ibadan. Akinyemi. Yes, Akinyemi area of Mobi, close to Mobi. Mobi. What's the name of this area? I'm holding the phone. What's the name of the area? Akinyemi. Akinyemi. Along Mobi. I'm actually on. Oh, please, continue. Let's connect the network. Record.
name, your name.
Hello, I'm Ayede. You must shoot.
Put your hand
Fire
down.
Service Oyo State.
Put your phone down.
Yes.
Sir, what is your observation pertaining to this fire outbreak, sir?
Well, thank you very much. We knew that this is a transmission station, and we actually doesn't know what causes the fire outbreak. But we should bring it into our mind that the liquid content that the transformers were using, they are highly volatile, and this is actually what happened. Maybe the machine overworked, and you know, when a machine is working and it's using a highly flammable content, there is possibility of ignition, spontaneous ignition occurring from it. So, but I believe with what we are seeing here today, the IBEDC needs to still take a step further in making sure there is need for installation of protective devices that will protect all these machines, so that maybe up to a high degree temperature, there will be a control that will surely shut down to guide against this future occurrence. So that is what I believe actually transpires to what happened or what is happening here this morning.
Fortunate incident that has led to fire cutting a 150 MVA transformer. Very unfortunate. And right now, we cannot talk about what has caused it, what has not caused it. I think the first line of defense is to make sure the fire is out, so that it doesn't affect other transformers. So we are battling with that, and you can see that it's a bit under control. And I use this opportunity to thank NMDC fire people, because it was when they came here that they actually put the fire under control. All others were just putting ordinary water, and ordinary water cannot help to solve the electrical problem, coupled with an oil that has flashed and is working. So for now, this transformer is part of the 4 transformers that is being used between Oyo State and Ogun State, especially Shagamu area and others. So it's a waste. There's no fire. We commence, I'm sure TCN will commence investigation as to why and the causes of it. But for now, it's indeterminate, because what we need now is just to make sure the fire is put under control.
Now, what is the situation of the work done by the fire brigade officers now?
The work done by
the
fire people?
Yes.
Well, we see, when things like this happen, it's not the time to distinguish between who is the devil and who is God. We just want the problem to be solved. So I thank Oyo State Fire Service too. They came here within the limited resources they had. They tried to do whatever they could. The military, the police, the SSS, everybody, they were all here to lend helping hands. And we made it a point that everybody here should help carry ladder or carry pipe or whatever we can carry, so as to make sure the situation is under control. But we thank God that you can see behind me, the situation is very much under control.
Sir, your name, sir?
This will affect power supply. It does not belong to me. It belongs to Transmission Company of Nigeria. So, but I've spoken to their boss in Abuja, and they are on their way as we speak. You know, this thing happened around 7:38 in the morning. So they are on the way. When they come is when we sit down and see how best to tackle it. But for now, the situation is that everywhere in this station is dead.
Your name and designation?
I'm Engineer John Ayede. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Ibadan Electricity. I'm their major customer here, so I'm very much concerned, especially how this one will affect our customers. And I use this opportunity to assist customers.
We're supposed to be doing that because we need water. We go up every time, going to replenish the water. Even if they too can have a future sprinkler installation for the electrical source, it would have been better for the federal to install that sprinkler installation. So when something happens, the people working there will be able to put up their fire themselves.
So how many fire tankers did your organization deploy to this place?
There are many tankers there. We have enough from our side. We have a lot of our side. If at all you have 2 tankers, after finishing you have to go back and finish the water. So my own company, we have done very well to assist the government. So that is it. Thank you. Fire because it's electricity. And this is a substation. We should be very careful when we are putting short fire out. We are private fire brigade and will give assistance when we are called. And this is federal property, we concern us. That's why we are directed our management. And we should go there and assist. Both SNICO and SATEC fire station. And all the state fire services are also here. So we thank you that the fire has been put under control. So we are now carrying on with the smoothing and cooling. It remains because of explosion. We can't just leave here unless the fire is put out. It can still be regulated. That's why we are here until the fire is off.
Your name, sir?
Mr. KD Academy.
You're from?
Chief Fire Officer for SNICO Fire Brigade.
New York, sir.
Sir.
Assistant Superintendent of Fire 2 from the Federal Fire Service. As you can see, we've been here for quite a few hours now. We are damping down now. Thank God for the arrival and the presence of every other person from Sweet School and State Fire Service. Doing very well. The situation is under control. Yeah.
What do you think is the cause of this fire?
It's from breaches from the major grid of the from the grid of the supply of the NEPA and here in Ibadan. And as you can see, like I told you, we are putting everything under control.
Sir, as an expert, this fire has been raging for
some hours around.
What do you think was responsible for your inability to put out the fire on record time?
Actually, we got the call late. That's the point. And that's why we're telling every other person, if you see fire, call us as soon as you sight the fire. So as you can see, we are doing our best. You understand? Every other person, we are on ground and we are, like I said, we are putting everything under control. Thank you very much.
$2 million. Yes, sir. Are there safety devices you can install that can automatically shut off the transformers in case it's overworking?
We have protection relays on all our transformers, and I can tell you, if not because of the protection relay, maybe other transformers would have been affected. You know, like I explained to you, this one is beyond the protection because it's not as if the transformer itself has problem within it. Because we have a lightning arrestor that is external to the transformer, you know, exploded. You can see those tags you are seeing. Those are the lightning arresters. You can see they're in close proximity with the transformer. So when they explode, it's like a bullet. Anything they hit will catch fire. That is way it is. So one of the ways we are trying to solve the problem is to redesign our lightning arresters. Like, it will no longer be porcelain type. You know, it will now be silicon type. When silicon type lightning arrester break down, they don't explode. They only flash and shut down the system. So instead of setting fire on the transformer, they just cause a flash, they just shut down the transformer. I know the transformer getting, roasted.
So, but we learned that this station is the one supplying Shagamu. What about communities or cities that are not in Oyo State?
This is 330, to 132 kV transformer. So meaning that this transformer transforms the voltage from 330 to 133. So from 132 it goes to other, sub transformers. So like Ayede, Ibadan, and other areas. So those other areas that is being supplied by this transformer will be supplied also. It's not a different transformer that is peculiar to only Ibadan. So every area that is being supplied by this transformer will be supplied immediately. We sort out our problem. So let me just use this opportunity to apologize to our numerous customers in Ibadan, Ayede, you know, Shagamu, and some other part of Iwo, and some other part of, you know, Ogun, and maybe Osun State for this inconvenience. You know, it's unfortunate that it happened, but we are on top of it. We are going to sort the problem out, and then, like I said, the source supply to them, you know.